Why would you want to live from the heart? Your heart has a direct link to your soul and what your soul intends for you. So when you follow your heart, you're fulfilling your soul's purpose. And if you're going through life just listening to your mind without listening to your heart, you are shutting yourself off from your soul's guidance. So you're less able to manifest what you're really here for. Your heart is much more powerful than your mind. And ideally, we need to use both, the head and the heart, but most of us give too much power to our minds and we trust it first rather than trusting our hearts. And actually the real power comes from listening to the heart first and then just using the mind as a filter, a sort of check and balance system, just in case the heart impulses are getting too ridiculous or crazy. So the emphasis changes by listening to the heart first and the mind second. And when you learn to listen to your heart first, you're really learning to trust your intuition. And your intuition will always guide you according to your highest divine good. When you let your heart guide you, you have much more power to make your dreams come true than when you rely only on your mind. Because your mind has a limited perspective on what's available to you, whereas your heart is open to infinite beauty and possibility. The Institute of Heart Math have done some really interesting research on the heart and the power of the heart. And they've discovered that the heart is much more powerful than the brain. And the electromagnetic field around the heart actually extends out several feet around your body. So that's a really powerful force in your life, much more powerful than the power of your mind. And the more you consciously get in the habit of listening to your heart and connecting with that powerful energetic field, the more you're able to manifest beautiful things and live with joy and purpose and fulfillment. Because that's why you're here. You were born to be happy. You were born to follow your soul's promptings, to live your most wonderful life. But listening to the heart takes practice, and most of us need to learn to get into the habit of listening to our hearts, because we're more used to trusting our minds. And when we're more used to trusting our minds, that can lead to certain ways of being that show up in our lives. So signs that you might be trusting your mind more than your heart would include things like maybe feeling a lack of purpose, not knowing what your soul's purpose is, feeling unfulfilled, feeling stuck, feeling like something's missing, finding it hard to make decisions, or making decisions and then not trusting that you've made the right decision and maybe finding that you have regret or self-doubt. So these are all symptoms of putting too much emphasis on the mind when actually you need to trust your heart more. The mind really has a very limited perspective on what's possible, and it can limit us. But when we learn to let our hearts guide us, we open up to our full potential, and that's when things get really exciting and really beautiful. So when you listen to your heart, you know what to choose to feed your soul, because you feel it as a tangible yes in your body. You feel a yes in your heart. You feel it in every cell, and you just know what you need to do, and everything just starts to flow, and life starts to feel really, really different. That's when the entire universe just opens up in front of you with infinite potential and opportunities. So that's one of the reasons why I've created the Living from the Heart e-course. I'll be sharing everything I know about living from the heart and how to trust your heart's guidance to lead you back home to your soul. So if you want to learn how to trust your heart to guide you to what your soul intends for you, join us for the Living from the Heart e-course. It's enrolling now, and you can book your place today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And thank you for having such a beautiful heart. The world is better because you're in it.